Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Retro, and in this video I'm gonna finally show you the unboxing of the Neo Geo AES. This is by far my favorite console out there. There is not a single arcade experience at your home that is better than an original arcade cap or this Neo Geo AES. This is the European version, which is far more rare than the North America or Japanese version, and it's of course complete in box. The box is so big that I can't film this from my stand, so I have to do it from hand. So the video might be a little shaky, but I hope I can give you a good view of the contents of this amazing console, because like I said, this is by far my favorite home console. The front of the box is where it starts, and this just looks awesome. It's just the console then in really big, and I think it looks really cool. Don't you agree? The console is actually also a rectangle, and yeah, it just looks cool. Can't say anything else about it. So the back of the box, there you see the console itself, the controller, and some of the specifications. The CPU, work RAM, 46, 64K and 2K, the colors displayed, character capacity, sprite size, number of sprites, sound function, and direct ROM access capability. So this is a lot of technical stuff. I'm a retro video game collector, and half of this doesn't ring a bell for me. So why in the world did they put this on the back of the box? This was marketed as the monster for your home. So nothing is compared to this, and they wanted to show that with all these technical specifications. But no one understands that, or hardly anyone understands that. So this was totally redundant, and not the single reason why it didn't sell well, because it was blatantly very expensive. The console was really expensive, but the games themselves were absolutely crazy priced sometimes, because the console is not the single item that plays the game, but the cartridge is more or less the console, because the early cartridges could have like 18 or 40 megabytes on them, but later games like Metal Slug 5 or Garou Mark of the Wolves had over 700 MB on them. So the cartridge was more important than the console. The console was just a means to get the cartridge on the TV. Box also shows some gameplay. It has ASO2, The Last Guardian, up there. That's a game that doesn't ring a bell for me, but I think that's Alpha Mission, at least from the looks of it. King of the Monsters, something in Japanese. Burning Fight, League Bowling, Joy Joy Kid, Nam set 1975, Baseball Stars, and some other games with also Japanese names. Side of the box is nothing special, just a Neo Geo, but then with two controllers, and the other side has pretty much the same. So let's see what's inside. I'm not going to open it here because the styro is really fragile. I removed it before the video and I'm going to show you now, but getting this out of the box, it takes, if you do it slowly and carefully, it takes over 5 minutes, because it has a styro flap that you'll see in a bit, and that just damages so easily. So this is the styro top slab that I was talking about, and just look at it. It's really thin and really fragile. This is usually missing because it's just in 1000 pieces, but this one is still there, but it's really fragile, so I have to be really careful with that. So the contents. Here we have an overview of what's included in this set. Let's start with the cables, etc., so we get those out of the way. This is your Neo Geo power adapter. Over here we have a normal RF cable, and you can connect that to your RF box. It's the Neo Geo RF box, system ING, channel high and low, RF out, and antenna in. Then there's this, and this is the memory card for the Neo Geo AES. This is the memory card. It's really quite a heavy, solid memory card, and there's also a manual with it. Let's see if we can get that out. Back of the box, by the way. Memory contains electronic components, handled with care. And like I said, there's also a small manual with the memory card, service manual. Shows you how to plug it in, and the cool thing was you could bring this to the arcade, put it in the Neo Geo MVS, which is the arcade version of the AES. Save your game there, play it at home. So that's really cool. Wonder how many kids did that, by the way, because no one had this AES. There's just some standard stuff about how to transfer the data, etc. And that you don't need to put the thing into the water, but I don't think that needs to be said, right? The controller, which is by far my favorite controller on any console. Just listen to this. Don't you just love that arcade goodness? Also some very sturdy buttons, good reactions on the controls. It's pretty heavy, which is a good thing. I don't like light plasticky controllers, and it just plays like a dream. It's really, really nice. Then the manual for the AES itself. It's the Pro Gear spec. So there we have the AES, what you can hook up, etc. There's also headphones in, but I'll show you that later. How you connect it. And then there's how to connect the RF box. How you play a cartridge. This console didn't come with a cartridge, by the way. You had to buy that loose. That you can play your memory card in the arcades and then get it home as well. How you turn it off. Troubleshooting in case something is not going right. And how you can handle your AES. And here are again the specifications that probably no one read or cared about. So then the unit itself. As you can see, it's still in the original plastic baggie, and this one is in immaculate condition. Just look at how nice shiny black this is. Really cool. Neo Geo Max 330 Mega 330 Mega Pro Gear Spec Advanced Entertainment System. So here's your on-off button. Then you have controller port 1 and controller port 2. Here's your headphones jack, and this is your volume, so you could regulate the volume of the game on your console. And here's your memory card slot. There's nothing on the sides, and on the back you have your DC adapter in and your AV out, and that was it. Then on the back there's something really important, and let's see if we can get a focus on that. Camera's having a hard time here with the light. Come on, boy. There we go. And it's gone. There we go. SNK Neo Geo, and the most important thing here is the serial number, because the lower the serial number with your AES means that you have a better hardware. At some point the hardware got changed. It was less, of less good quality, and that makes a lot of difference. If you have a high serial number, it's less good hardware, and the console is also less valuable. But this is a low serial number with the best hardware. Then there's the last thing. There's the RGB cable. Goes with its card. This one goes in the console, and a separate audio out. So that was the Neo Geo AES. If you have any questions or remarks, feel free to comment or send me a message. Like me on facebook.com/drretromd to stay up to date on everything. And I hope to see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.